Welcome, everybody. This is Dr. Reese Live. I am your host, Coach Sean. Alongside with me is Dr. Reese, our fake doctor. How you doing tonight?
Fake doctor in the house. We got bumper stickers coming out soon. Everything's good. We just changed the name of the membership to the Head to Toe Healing membership. Figured that made more sense.
It does. It aligns with the whole practice that we have.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm also happy to announce to the members that we brought on another coach. Shout out to Coach Amber. Amber has been working with me since 2016.
Wow.
Okay, that's 9 years. And so she is back and she is going to be very helpful. And that gives us an opportunity to now have a membership coach or a membership manager, which is going to be Coach Tamara, so that we have someone just for members. If you need support, if you're having a tech issue, whatever it is, you would just very simply email us and there would be somebody there. So always trying to improve this thing, always trying to build this thing. I want you guys to stick around for 655 years. No.
Okay.
No. I'll let you catch it. Go ahead. And I hope everyone has the red book. And a little secret, the blue book and the yellow book are coming out next week. And then the purple book and the green book are coming out after that.
Wow, you've been busy, man.
Yeah. And then there's another book coming too called Take My Hand.
Can we get a little snippet of what that's about?
You want me to read it?
No.
Take My Hand is going to be a transcription of a bunch of videos that we've been doing. So we're converting a bunch of videos to book format.
That's pretty cool.
There are people out there that don't like listening to me. So, we let them read. There's also going to be new YouTube channels coming out that go with the books. There's going to be a sleeping channel. It's called Sleeping with Dr.
Yeah, I was about to
Reese.
say, I would pay somebody to guess what the title is going to be.
It's going to be called Sleeping with Dr. Reese. And then there's another channel that's going to be just for meditations and countdown, just healing, voice therapy. And then eventually we'll release a cooking channel.
Yeah.
And then these all coincide with the colored books. So you got the red book. Just a quick flash. You got the blue book. You got the yellow book. That's quick. That's all you get. And then I started writing the purple book yesterday. And the green book is probably going to be last. It takes a little bit for the green book. The green book takes a little longer. By the way, green is the color of healing. So those are my updates.
Okay. Well, it's pretty interesting. Can't wait to see those books getting revealed. Getting into our topic for today, consistency. And it's mainly with the posture. Why is consistency needed when doing postural alignment therapy?
Because postural alignment therapy is to your muscles what brushing and flossing is to your mouth. It's a consistent thing that has to be done over and over and over again. And I'm sure our members can testify. If you do your postural alignment therapy, you go to the live classes, let's say you go for 6 weeks and you're going to, we have 4 classes. Let's just say you're going to 3 a week and you're having incredible results. Then you take a month off. Guess what's going to happen?
Gonna fall back.
You're going to start going back into the gutter because it has to be consistent. You're using your muscles every single day. It's not like massage. Massage therapy, you typically get a massage every 2 weeks. If you're on your game.
Well, just like, so you said you made that comparison, like flossing and brushing your teeth, with eating being the thing that messes that up for you to need the flossing and brushing. So what's
Right.
the thing that causes posture to be dysfunctional? What's ruining posture?
The number one thing is what we're doing right now. We're sitting down. Yeah. Think about how weird it is if you just look at the outline of somebody sitting down,
Yeah.
right? And so anyone that sits down for longer than 10 minutes is screwing up their posture.
Wow.
The other thing is sleeping. So not everyone sleeps on their back. That's the best way to sleep, of course. Not everyone's head is in the right position. Some people are propped up all high. Some people have those mechanical beds that go up.
Yeah.
You know, they paid $100,000 for this bed that's basically a roller coaster. This is not good. You know, if you were going to sleep properly, you would put your body on the floor. And you would get a very small pillow for your head. And you would sleep on your back on the floor. That would be ideal. But we don't do that. I don't do that. So what do? We get into that cozy bed and we go crazy. We go nuts. We do all sorts of wild stuff. And you wake up and, you know, you're all messed up. And that's why I always tell the members that, you know, do cats and dogs when you wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just bang out 10 cats and dogs real quick. And, you know, your significant other is going to be like, what are you doing? But they'll get used to it, you know. But most people don't sleep on their back. I don't. I sleep in the fetal position.
Same.
And I don't plan on changing that. You know, you stick with what's comfortable because sleep is important.
So it's more about the body that you're bringing to, you said that before, the body that you bring to whatever activity. So sleep.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure that you're up on postural therapy.
Yep.
To sleep well.
That's right.
So is that a basis for a lot of the sleeping issues that people have? They're just not doing posture therapy enough?
It could be. It could be. But sleeping is an activity. And so I would say the postural alignment therapy gets you ready. Or you could say it snaps you out of the damage that you've done from the sleep. Because you're in the fetal position or laying on your stomach or your head is propped up 12 inches, you know, or whatever it is. You know, you're laying there for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours in a real funny position. And your muscles get locked. That's the thing about this whole musculoskeletal system is the muscles have memory. And, you know, once they're in a position for a certain amount of time, they start to lock in that position. And so that's what, you know, makes the knee out of alignment or the ankle or the hip. And then you walk around the world and then eventually you have a symptom and you go to medical monopoly, and as I explained in the Red Book, you end up getting cut because that's all they have is drugs, injections, and surgeries. Those are your only three options if you go to the white coats. And more than likely, it's a muscle dysfunction. So we need to do postural alignment therapy consistently. That's why in our membership, our head to toe healing membership, we have 4 classes. 4. That is crazy. You're not going to get that anywhere. And so if you show up to all 4, even if you show up to 3 out of the 4, and you do your thing, you are going to see change. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed. I can actually guarantee it.
So people that are dealing with, let's say they went to the doctor and there's like, your cartilage won't regrow.
Yeah.
You have to get surgery for that. People that have had surgery already, they can go into this membership and actually alleviate their symptoms.
Yep. Yep. And maybe if you're doing the right nutritional regimen on top of it, maybe you can grow that soft tissue back.
Yeah.
You know?
Soft tissue is soft tissue.
Soft tissue. And that's the beauty of head to toe healing. When you put it all together, and then you throw the mind in there as well, anything is possible.
That was like a revelation when, because, you know, it took me a minute to get into postural alignment therapy. And it was something you said to where if your nails, skin, hair, even teeth to a degree can regenerate, then why can't your cartilage?
Right. It's all tissue.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And don't forget your kidneys and your
Oh,
liver and your pancreas and your gallbladder. I mean, it's just, you're just tissue all over the place. Some of it's soft, some of it's hard. And there's specific nutrients that go in those categories. So, and anyone that gets a head to toe healing analysis with us has experienced that, how the categories are soft tissue, hard tissue, digestive, and blood sugar. So, but yeah, postural alignment therapy is super important, and I recommend it every day. But we do have the 4 classes.
So one more quick question. What sets postural alignment therapy aside from all the other posture therapies, physical therapy, chiropractic, all of those other ones, in your opinion?
The big difference is it's protocol based. The only time physical therapy is protocol based is if there's an injury,
But it's still like zooming in, just like normal.
Right. Postural alignment therapy is going after the whole body.
That's why you chose it.
Yeah. Yeah. If I thought chiropractic was more important, then it would be in this, but it's not, because it's not more important. You don't need it. If I thought physical therapy is good for an injury, like you're recovering from something, but massage. Massage is a nice little healing helper. If you can afford it, I think massage is a great idea. But is it going to heal you? No. It's going to help.
Interesting.
But postural alignment therapy is how we get our musculoskeletal system back in alignment. And when we put that body back into alignment, you are now giving it an opportunity to heal. And then if you're pumping that nutrition in and you're working the mindfulness, it all comes together. And that's the practice that we call head to toe healing.
Amazing. So really quick, before we jump into other things, I wanted to check in with Karen. We always love hearing from Karen. I just want to see if you had anything to add to this topic, Karen.
Yeah, I have a few things to add to it. One thing, well, I've been around the block for a few decades.
A few decades.
And a few decades. I'm not going to claim anymore, even though I could.
You're not still 25? Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And I happen to have kids around that age too, so go figure how that works out. But motion is lotion to the body. And if people are, put it this way, I guess the analogy is think of a pond or a lake. And if the water is stagnant, the bugs come, the mosquitoes come, and they flourish. The same with our bodies. If we're not moving our bodies, it becomes stagnant and it starts to break down. And so motion is lotion for the body. When a pond, a river, a body of water has airflow and fluidity in it, it's healthy. The same for us. When we move our body and joints, it becomes healthy. The more we sit, the more we look at our phones, the more we, even if we're reading books, the more we're computer athletes, that has become a consistent movement that makes our body stagnant. So we are designed to move, and if we don't, there's the old saying, if you don't move it, you lose it. So what is fantastic about posture alignment therapy, and I've been practicing it for 2 years now on a regular basis, when I don't do it, my body aches. And I literally have to get up, even if it's for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and go do some sort of posture alignment therapy to get my body back in alignment. Because once those joints start going out of whack again, I feel horrible. It's awful. So that's part of what I wanted to share. There's other things too.
Yeah.
No, I think that was a beautiful analogy. And it's funny because doctor's office, if you hurt something, well, yes, if you hurt something, but ultimately, if you have any dysfunction that they're bringing to you, you say like your hand hurts, they're like, stop using your hand. Or if your knee hurts, they're like, stop using your knee. Or they'll give you inserts or a brace. Anything to take away the function of the muscle. In what you said, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so all of these things seem like it's just guiding you towards more sickness in the future. You're staying stagnant. You're not getting up and using your knee. And so it's causing more dysfunction along the way. And it almost seems like everything is just planned out. Like, it's just like, yeah, you have a posture dysfunction. We're going to lead you to more dysfunction.
In my book, Peace Over Pain, which started this whole movement, I talk about motion deficiency, right? We always talk about nutritional deficiencies, but motion deficiency is a big deal. When you don't move, you're setting your body up for a disaster to happen. It doesn't happen overnight, just like a nutritional deficiency. Right? If you're low in zinc, maybe it takes a few months to see some symptoms, If you're not moving and you're sitting down and laying down too much, you're going to see symptoms. We are meant to move. We're not just meant to move. We're meant to climb. We're meant to run. We're meant to jump. Unfortunately, we're meant to fight. Particularly males, but we are meant to move. We're not meant to just sit there, So motion deficiency is a big deal, and we have to keep doing our PAT. We have to stay on it, keep doing it,
I know Coach Sue even recommends it outside of the classes. Like, try doing something in the car, something subtle in this
Yeah.
grocery store, because you should always be trying to implement it into your life.
Yeah. Yeah. And the number one practice or the number one exercise that goes with PAT is walking.
Mm.
It's walking. Get those 10,000 steps. No excuse. It's winter here in Connecticut. I still walk. I'll go to the mall. I'll go to Home Depot. I will go to Home Depot and walk up and down the aisles. It is warm there. So you always want to get those 10,000 steps. That's good exercise to go along with PAT.
Hmm.
Yeah.
To add on to that, what's amazing about walking though, I remember back, it's been almost 2 years since I started my 120-day challenge. It's just coming up in a couple weeks. And I remember walking around my neighborhood and my knees would always click. And I don't think I had a hobble to my walk, my gait, but I must have because I had a hip higher than the other and a shoulder higher than the other, and everything was twisted and tilted. But I remember the feeling and where I was walking up a hill and having the realization that my hips had shifted into the right place for the first time. And then driving in a car, and instead of being angled like this on one hip higher than the other, I was straight for the first time in years. It's just incredible. And it continues to improve. I mean, just in the last week, I noticed that I had just a really tense part in my neck, and it's probably been impinged and blocked for a long time. And one morning it just was released. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. So it gets better as we age. And us women in particular, we want to age gracefully and not be a burden on our friends and family. And head to toe healing is the best way to do it. So if you're curious about what we're doing, give us a call and find out what it's about. Because the first thing you need to do is you need to find out how dysfunctional you are and how many symptoms you have. When I found Dr. Reese 2 years ago, I came into the program because I was having TMJ pains and my jaw was hurting. I was having migraines. My neck and my shoulders were hurting, and I was getting massages like two or three times a week, which was expensive, and it wasn't fixing anything. But once I started doing head to toe healing, it all started correcting itself. And much to my surprise, you uncovered so much more that I had issues with that were on the verge of breaking my body, that now those have been reversed and I feel healthier and stronger and more balanced than ever.
There you go.
So I appreciate that. And additionally, with women as they age, one of the biggest fears that we have is falling. And before I found head to toe healing, I'd already fallen 5 times.
Wow.
5 times.
I didn't know that.
Yep, 5 times. And it was various places or situations. And get this, it was on flat, dry ground. So, what did that mean? It was probably my gait, probably a dragging foot, a lot of different things. I mean, without going into all my specific details, there's a lot of things that were contributing factors to that. However, now my body is strong, it's balanced. The exercises are not strenuous, but they strengthen and just give you the ability to age gracefully.
Man.
And it's incredible. I just can't say enough about the program, and that's why I'm so happy to be part of it. and helping others make a difference in their lives so they can learn head to toe healing in our membership too.
Yeah. But if they want to do that, it all starts with a phone call, of course. So the easiest way to do that is going to calldrreese.com and then talk to a coach, talk it through. And then when you're ready to pull the trigger, you got to get your head to toe analysis, right? If you want the head to toe healing membership, you got to get the head to toe analysis. One that's going to show that you're serious. And we want serious people. We don't want people to come in for a month. We want serious people. We want testimonies. We want people saying, hey, I had ABC and now I don't. Proof. I mean, we already have the most healing results ever on video, but we want more. We want more.
Because we know it's possible.
Because we know it's possible, yes. Yes. And so the head to toe analysis is the public's way, the person out there in the public. It's their way of saying, hey, look, I'm serious. I want to do this. You know? Not to mention they're going to find all the root causes to their symptoms. You know?
On a piece of literature I read, it said that pain and dysfunction is not a symptom of getting older. And I just love that because it's true. You see, well, personally, where I'm from on the island, you can see like old people just running the beach, doing push-ups, literally running, no issues with them whatsoever. And I think it's because they never started sitting down, you know, they always kept some type of motion going. And so that just proves it right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you're not really that old. You're just not doing head to toe healing. You know? Yeah. I'm telling you, there's going to be a whole new generation of 70-year-olds who are just doing so well.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, why? How are you doing so well? And they're going to say, head to toe healing membership. and they're going to go, what the heck is that? Mm. And how do I do it? Well, you got to get your analysis first. You got to do the little pointy thing. You got to keep it cool, you know? And Karen.
And guys, none of this is even mentioning the fact that young people have pain and stuff too. You know, I was born with arthritis.
Oh, yeah.
I had old man diseases when I was a baby. Coach Sean and Coach Levi as well. We were kids coming into this. Right? I know most of the people watching this will be older, but we had old people problems when we were kids. So it's not just restricted to old people anymore.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that it just dawned. Yeah, you've been in this 10 years, so that brings you back to your late 20s or mid 20s?
Early 20s. I was 24 when I started.
Wow. Okay.
But I was messed up since I was a kid.
Right.
Sean and Levi were like, what, 18, 19 when they came in?
Yeah, 19.
They're being raised into this head to toe healing.
They've been raised with the wolves.
But honestly, it's like wearing special glasses. We can see a lot of the issues before it actually happens. I see it in my peers, and it's not looking good for our generations, you know? Just earlier and earlier conditions. I remember a doctor I was listening to saying that, it was actually Dr. Wallach, is saying that, you know, onset, diabetes, that's what it was. Diabetes used to be called adult onset diabetes. Now, or was it adult onset diabetes? But now they had to drop adult onset because kids were getting diabetes.
Right. Juvenile.
And so everything is kind of getting closer and closer to birth as far as like chronic disease. Kids are starting out at a disadvantage, essentially. Looking at the phones. I remember I see kids riding on bikes now, and they have couch posture riding on a bike.
Right.
And it just shows we need to do something. And I'm glad that we are all getting together to essentially build the future.
Absolutely.
I'm proud to be a part of it. Really quick, I wanted to shout out Terry. She comments, been doing PAT for less than 1 week, and it's amazing. My muscles are so happy. Thank you, Dr. Reese and team.
Nice.
Amazing. If any of you guys have anything to share, whether that's questions or testimonials, anything that happened over the last week, we would be happy to hear about that.
Yeah, we're going to open up the members room in just a few. But yeah, I just want to, again, tell the public, if you want to get involved with this, you need to get your head to toe analysis so that I can evaluate your ankles, your knees, your hips, your spine, your head, your neck, and then look at the nutritional deficiencies and look at the mental health so I can, put everything together, connect the dots, and we can find the root causes to your symptoms. After you get your analysis, you walk away with what we call a symptom score. I just did an analysis on someone today with a 43. 43 out of 60. Now that is a hot mess. Anything that's a 30 or over is a hot mess. And what we do is we bring them into the membership and we teach them the practice of head to toe healing. You do what you're supposed to do. You put in the work. And the objective is to bring the score down. So if you got a 43, your life is going to be significantly better at a 23. Even though a 23 is still high. But a 23 compared to a 43, it's life-changing. Then the confidence builds. Then let's see if we can get that 23 down to a 13. What if we can even get down to a 3? Why wouldn't you? Healing is a verb. It's a process. It keeps going. It's an ongoing thing. You always want your body to be in a state of regeneration. So I highly think that if someone's serious, you should get that head to toe analysis. All you have to do is go to calldrreese.com and set up a call, free call, and talk to one of the coaches and see if this is the right thing for you. Simple. Calldrreese.com. So,
absolutely.
We're going to open up the members room.
Before we do that, can I just add one more thing?
Yep.
Once people get into our membership, what they don't realize is we're not here to fix them. They have to show up. It is, we give you the tools. We teach you how to do head to toe healing. We train you how to understand your body to get it in a position so it can heal itself. First step is just show up to the posture alignment therapy classes. You'll probably feel a difference just within a few days to a week, just like Terry Lynn had commented in our Zoom room. It's incredible how quickly doing the right type of exercise moves your bones to move the muscles in the right place, or the muscles move the bones into the right place.
Yep.
And what some people don't realize is a lot of times they think, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to build muscle. And that's going to make me stronger. I'm going to be have a better state of balance, better strength. However, if your 8 load joints in your body, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles are not in alignment, you are strengthening those muscles and those bones in a dysfunctional place. Mm-hmm. So you want to put that on hold. It's not that that's bad to do. It's bad to do when you're out of alignment. So reach out to us. We would love to give you more information, and that way you can make an educated decision if this is the right place for you.
Absolutely.
So I'm getting some questions from Tim. He's asking, "Hi, I am a member. How do I heal in
Give it a
Inguinal.
thank you, hernia?" I'm sorry, guys.
well. You know,
They put these names in Latin. It's not your fault. These are not normal words.
I suck at it.
or Greek. They take turns.
It's terrible.
The answer is going to be generic. You do head to toe healing. That's what you do. That's it. You put all 3 macro methods together and you do what you're supposed to do, and the hernia will disappear.
Sounds so easy.
It is easy.
It's just consistency, right?
It's just consistency and patience.
And of course, they should be doing the 120. And people who are watching live on other platforms might not know, but that's like our flagship nutritional 4 months heavy duty, because your body needs lots of nutrition to heal those soft tissues, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, the 120 puts everything together. So I recommend everyone does the 120. You know, it's your badge of honor. We even
It's
have
your jump start. It's your jump start to your healing process. And that's what I did 2 years ago. And like by day 70, I started feeling things shift and change, and the mental fog went away. That ADD-ish brain, where it was a pinball machine in my brain going all over the place, was dissipating. I felt great. And you can experience that too. Just get in there, give us a call. We would love to talk to you and see how we can help.
Absolutely.
All right. Any other questions?
Could I add one more thing about hernias?
Yes.
Just if anyone's wondering about hernias in general, yeah, your body needs lots of nutrients to heal hernias. It's a soft tissue deficiency. It's a connective tissue deficiency in the first place. And most minor injuries are like that too, right? We don't blame soccer for why the kid tears the ACL, or the gym tearing the rotator cuff. It's not the activity. It's the fact that we have weak connective tissue because we don't eat a lot of it and we're missing other nutrients to put it in place and form it. And our bones are also made largely of connective tissue as well. So they go together, bone and joint, same category. And yeah, the head to toe healing, the posture component of it fixes your muscles, puts your muscles into place so your bones are into place, and that aligns everything. Yeah. But I would add one more thing on top. If the hernia is outside, because you can have an internal hernia that might actually need surgery in some cases. But a lot of them are outside, they're poking out.
Yeah.
And what we like to do is add something, a compression band or a compression garment, to just hold it in place while you're doing everything else, just to give your body a little bit of an easier time to heal it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that.
And they do sell torso compression bands in different sizes. They're on Amazon and such.
Okay.
Tim, that was for you. The next question is coming from Susan. She's asking how to get rid of verruca from the foot. Ryan, are you familiar with the verruca wart?
They're like plantar's warts.
Well, warts are an immune problem. I don't know if this is going to Dr. Reese. It's
No, go
mostly
ahead.
a problem.
Yeah.
So you need all 90 essential nutrients for your immune system. If the spine's out of alignment, you could be throwing lymph flow off and all kinds of things. Warts, cold sores, canker sores, all that type of stuff is in the same category to me. Usually often they do go away just with our normal protocol. There are some topical things that you could try. One of the more popular ones that even doctors might recommend is crunching up aspirin and actually putting that on in a Band-Aid and putting it on top of the wart.
Yeah.
Or any salicylic acid, which is aspirin basically.
Pineapple juice.
Or apple juice, or apple cider vinegar, or colloidal silver, or garlic or ginger. I mean, there's a bunch of things out there. One of them might work for someone and not work for the other person. But yeah, there are some topical things that can help kind of burn it off. That's what it essentially is. I mean, doctors tend to use nitrogen, right?
Yeah.
Frozen nitrogen. So I had my wart frozen off of my thumb. But yeah, the salicylic acid, the apple cider vinegar, I could try any of those. And you could even Google, how to deal with a wart naturally. It's all going to be topical. But if you do the internal stuff too for your immune system, then that should help it go away. But more importantly, it should help it not come back. Because that's the biggest problem, right? People go and get them frozen off, and then another one comes back.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the exact same spot, sometimes in a new spot, right? Genital warts, that you tend to have outbreaks of them. What does the outbreak correspond with? A weak immune system.
Yep.
Is this the same approach you can use for skin tags? With, of course, being that skin tags are like an indicator, they're a symptom of like a deeper issue. But if people are on the program and want to get rid of skin tags, can they take the same approach?
Skin tags, again, I don't know if this question's to me or Dr. Reese. If you want me to handle it, skin tags are pretty easy.
You gotta
It's
say
either a
names,
metabolic
Sean.
problem.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's a metabolic problem or an immune problem. So typically the person does have diabetes or high blood pressure or obesity, all the metabolic syndrome, right? And they come everywhere. They're in the armpits, they're in the groin, they're in the eyes, they're behind the ears, they're all over the place. That we need to correct the metabolism and they'll go away. But you could also be perfectly healthy. I had a skin tag once in my eye right after I got sick. I got really, really sick 6 years ago or sometime. This is when the COVID thing hit, right? Got really sick. And I had a skin tag come. And I didn't do anything about it. I did my normal protocol, did my nutrition, got better from the sickness in a few days. And then within a few months, it was completely gone. It just started fading away. You can cut them off. I don't recommend it, but it's possible to cut them off and do other topical things. But if it's an immune problem, I just had a man message me, an older man. He's been on the program. He says, Ryan, I just got a skin tag. What happened? I said, did you get sick recently? He said, yeah, actually, I got sick last week. Okay. He said, so what do I do about it? I said, don't do anything. Just do the normal protocol. You're going to get better. You're already doing all the right things. It's going to go away. And within a couple of weeks, it went away.
Yep.
Interesting. All right. Next question is from Terry Lynn. Question. I just started PAT. Would it help for balance issues resulting from acoustic neuroma surgery years ago? Cranial vestibular nerve was not cut during surgery, but compromised. Thank you. This is for Dr. Reese.
Yeah. Of course. Why wouldn't it help?
It's a head to toe approach. It's in between the head and the toe. She had a second part to the question. Is Dr. Reese, can you speak on small bowel issues? Bloating under sternum? Thank you.
Head to toe healing. I'm not good at these questions because I'm just going to say head to toe healing every time.
I have a comment from... Actually, it just shifted. 1 second.
Is Tamara doing as well, or?
Yeah, we can.
Want me to read the next one?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. We have a hello all. Priscilla, everything you said is all so true. I'm enjoying posture therapy along with the yoga, as I mentioned before. It's hard to miss a day. That's how serious it is.
Yeah, you don't want to miss a day.
At all. Something from Felicia. I've been doing the inner child work, specifically the cleansing song, and I have noticed all sorts of very old memories coming up.
Oh, I need to
Same
talk to
thing.
Felicia. See,
Yeah.
now you're exciting me. Somebody bring Felicia. Where's Felicia?
She's here. I just
Felicia,
saw
are you
her.
shy? You gotta take yourself off mute.
I'm here.
All right.
So I'm having something to eat.
Felicia, tell me about the cleansing song.
No,
What's
what?
happening?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've heard of the Opono. Probably not going to say it right.
You don't have to say it. Just what? Keep
Okay,
going.
yeah. So anyway, I'm just listening to the song, and I've been having lots of very old memories come up that I don't like. They're not necessarily coming in order, but they're all coming up of my childhood, and tears, like just a ton of tears coming up, and they Let me think.
They're healing.
Yeah. Oh, and what I've been doing to cope with all of this as well is I just see myself as me now, going and approaching her
Mm-hmm.
and giving her what she needed at that time.
Right.
Like embracing her and like just, and they're just flooding up. Like I thought I had dealt with this stuff before.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of like, ooh. Yeah. And I don't feel afraid of it. Actually, it feels good. Once it's over, I just get up and go and continue what I'm doing. And I've been listening to it over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. It confuses me sometimes because I'm not sure. I know I'm just going with it, but I'm not sure if I'm apologizing to her or she's apologizing to me, or like it's just a bunch of stuff. And then including parental things, like it's just coming up and just going.
You're apologizing to her, and you're letting little you know that she's safe
Mm-hmm.
and secure and and loved. And that's what's happening. And so that data is going to get stirred, and it's going to come up, and it's going to be overwhelming, and that's why you cry. Crying is a release of the overwhelmingness. So it's actually healing you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, actually. Like, out of all the things that I have done before, like, I just feel that it's going to put the postural therapy and the nutrition full speed ahead.
Yes.
I really do. I really do. Because I understand her, because I feel her in every situation where I'm ignoring her. Or I say I'm going to be, let's say I say I'm going to be doing my postural therapy today. That's just an example. And then I allow something else to get in the way. And she gets pissed off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I'm not honoring her, it's almost like, it's like, there you go again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, all I have to say is congratulations on putting the work in. Not everyone's ready to do that. And that's truly what head to toe healing is all about right there. You know, so for all our members, if you haven't broke out and cried yet, you're just not there yet. You're just not there.
You need all three. This is why he calls it the vehicle. Imagine driving a car and you can't see how fast you're going, or you can't see how much gas is in the car, or you can't use your blinkers. Like, this is the onboard computer to the vehicle. And so that is one part to the three macro methods that Dr. Reese talks about. You have to have all three for the stool to stand, as Karen coined. And so if you're missing one of those legs, it will not stand. This is something that took me a minute to understand. But once I truly just let go of everything and delved into the mindfulness and posture especially, that's really when I started to notice healing results. So he calls it a vehicle, and you need all three of those macro methods for the vehicle to run or the stool to stand, whatever analogy you like. It needs those three methods.
When I was healing, I cried every day for 7 months. Let me know when you get there.
Wow. Yeah. Next question is from Diane. She's saying, what about red dots on the skin? I think.
Well, it could be from all sorts of things. It could be from paint. No? Bad joke? What do you think, Ryan?
It's probably a metabolic problem.
Yeah.
Digestion problem.
Yeah. I evaluated a body today with rash all over the body. Pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, neck to toes. Yeah. On the form, it said psoriasis, but I think, we get too caught up in these diseases, these conditions. Like, they're just words, man. How would you describe grass to a blind man? Ponder that. What are you going to tell him? It's green? What's green?
Unless it's springtime and it's like straw
Well,
and it's not green.
if it was, yeah. But if it was a man who was born blind and he said, describe to me the grass, what would you say?
Come outside and put your toes in it.
Yeah. And he'd say, oh, what color is it? And you'd go, oh, it's green. And he'd say, well, what's green? What would you say? Exactly. Language is made up. It's false. It's inaccurate. So calling something psoriasis or fibromyalgia or a herniated disc is false. Now, sometimes we need identifiers, but don't get so caught up in your disease. You just do head to toe healing.
Mm.
Just do what you're supposed to do.
Well, with the analysis segment of our not the membership, but if you get a head to toe analysis, what's really amazing about it, in contrast to where the medical system zooms into one portion of your body. So say you have psoriasis on your elbow. That's all they're going to look at is psoriasis on your elbow. But what we do is it's almost like you have a drone, and the drone is looking at your whole body and looking at all the symptoms. And there's a symptom on your ear, and there's a symptom on your toe and your knee and your elbow, and they all have similar characteristics and deficiencies in your body. And what we do with that head to toe analysis is piece those clues together so that way you get a roadmap, what your deficiencies are, so that way you know where to start. And the answer is head to toe healing. So that way you get your whole body feeling good instead of just putting some topical ointment on your elbow.
Right.
That's not going to resolve the cause of what's making that rash or whatever it is on your elbow happen. It's coming from the internal dysfunction of your body. So until you address that, it's not going to improve.
That's right. Well said. Tamara, what do you got?
Question? Janet wants to know what blood blisters are from and how do you get rid of them?
It's a good question. Good question for Ryan.
What do they mean by blood blisters? Varicose veins?
Blood blisters? I don't know.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
I've just never heard that term.
Well, I'm sure it's some sort of friction.
Blood blisters.
Blood.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a bruise that's really acute and bleeding. I don't know. I've got those when I pinch my finger in like a door or something like that. It just pinches it so much it's a little blood. If it's happening randomly, I gotta assume there's multiple nutrient deficiencies involved. Like if you didn't pinch your hand in a door or something and they're just happening randomly, there's got to be several deficiencies. It's not going to be just one deficiency.
Right. Okay, Tamara, what else?
Iman wants to know, why do I have cholesterol deposits around my eyes?
How do they know they're cholesterol deposits? If they just have puffy
Right.
eyelid, it might be iodine deficiency. Could be several different deficiencies for that. I've never heard that either. Weird term. Why? How do you know it's cholesterol? Because it's fatty?
Yeah. And Bertha wants to know, can you fix an ACL tear without surgery?
I mean, I don't want to say yes or no because it depends on the deepness of the tear. But I would say you do head to toe healing for at least 4 months to see the deal. And then you make that determination. You don't go to the medical monopoly. You don't trust them over us, at least not for a few months. You just like give it a shot, you know? That's all.
We've seen tons of ACLs healed.
Yeah.
Tons and tons of people didn't get the surgery. The only time the surgery is absolutely necessary is if like a tendon gets cut and then it, say it's on your ankle and it bunches up behind your knee. They need to go in and pull it back and staple it in, right? But if everything's in place, if the ligament's in place, if the tendon's in place, there's no reason it can't heal with the proper nutrition.
What else you got,
And Vicky
Tamara?
wants to know, is there any special ways to start the 120 programs? Just got all my products.
Special way?
Yeah.
Well, the first 30 days is a preparation period. So you should get your mind right, your kitchen right, your postural area right, and then when day one hits, you get after it.
And Deb has a comment that she plays the cleansing song over and over again during her postural classes, and she loves that song.
There you go. It's a nice booster.
Mitchell's asking, what about crying while doing the PAT? Is that part of it?
It can definitely happen, especially in static back. It can definitely happen because issues are in your tissues. So you're sitting there and you're still, and static back is almost a form of meditation. So yeah, something can definitely be stirred up. Don't hold back.
And I'm not really
I'm sorry you went out there. Sean, what do you have?
So 2 things. Priscilla was asking, Dr. Reese, do you ever stop crying? If no, why not?
Does whoever stop crying?
We'll get a follow-up answer from her. This is a comment from Susan. When I started doing PAT, I could not keep up with the class. I could not get off the floor. I could not move from one exercise to the other without feeling stiffness and aching all over. And I was nearly giving up, but I kept going, and so glad I did, as now I can keep up and no aches or pains. So not an issue anymore. So thanks to Sue and the team.
Very cool. Who's that from?
Susan.
Susan.
She's been with us since the beginning, which is great.
Very good. Susan, are you here? You want to talk?
Let's see.
No? Okay.
It is late where she is.
Okay. Was she's the one from Ireland, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that memory. Yeah.
That's the 90, man.
That's the 90 essential nutrients.
Augustina says, can blood in the urine seen during lab tests over 30 years be healed from taking the 90 in PAT?
Everything can be healed. Everything. And don't forget the mindfulness, too.
Oh, and Priscilla was saying, just in general, for people that cry, when does the crying stop? Like, whenever it needs to?
Yeah. Just be okay with it forever.
Release. I know the common conception is that crying is related to weakness. And so I think that when people, I guess, when they cry, they feel like, oh, why am I so weak? Or why am I? And you're saying it's the opposite.
No, yeah, no, it's the opposite. I mean, there is a social dynamic to it with men. So men should probably go hide. It doesn't mean don't cry. Just don't do it in front of your woman or your mom. You know, that's all. Don't do it. Even if she's like, it's okay, don't listen. Just go. Trust me. But it doesn't mean hold back. You know, of course, women, you can cry whenever, wherever. You're all good.
So,
especially if a police officer pulls you over, that's the time to cry right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Absolutely. So you'll never believe this, but it is 7:01.
That's okay. We're gonna go another few hours.
Few hours.
Who else do we have? I thought I saw a comment from someone.
Hey, there is one really good question from YouTube that I'm actually curious about myself. How you would answer this? How do you walk with good posture? What is the technique? Do you specifically do a technique, or is it you correct your posture and then you walk properly?
Yeah, you correct your musculoskeletal system through head to toe healing, and then your gait pattern and your walking will change. Yep.
That's what happened to me, by the way. I did the posture therapy for 6 weeks. All of a sudden, I walk better, and I stopped scraping off my shoes at one side of the foot because I was walking with duck foot before.
Yeah.
And it happened automatically.
Yeah.
Like the end of the movie, The Usual Suspects, where the guys with the gimp leg and it straightens out.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
faking it all the time.
Yeah.
It happened like that for me, like in real time, honestly. And I noticed it too. Wow, I'm walking straight. It happened so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to run you and Sean through the postural alignment therapy just to get you guys here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a comment from someone about diabetes. Is it there? I just saw it for a second. Is it Ken?
I'm not seeing it.
I only see it as a notification, so I don't see the whole thing.
While Sean's looking for that, one comment I was going to say, anytime I talk about posture therapy, anybody I talk to, they automatically like pull their shoulders back and sit up straight. They're like, I have good posture. But I mean, it's so much more than that, because once you train the muscles to move the bones where they need to go, you don't have to put yourself in the right posture. Your body is just in it naturally. And that's where we want to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, it was Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Hi, Sean. You don't have to keep looking for it. Yes, I did the 60-day blood sugar protocol diet. I finished that about less than a week ago, and I can tell you for a long time I haven't seen any symptoms of any type 2 diabetes. My blood sugar runs awesome. A lot of times during the day it runs from 85 to 95 most of the day, and after I eat, it might go up to 150, but it'll come right back down within an hour.
Wow.
So I'm glad to say that we're done with that. I will be controlling it through my diet. And I've also lost 30 of the 50 pounds you've asked me to lose in just a little over 2 months.
That's great,
I still got a little ways to go. All right, but I'm doing good.
Well done. Well done. So you jumped right into the blood sugar rescue, and it worked for you.
Yes, sir. And I guess that's what was causing me to lose the weight, too. Apparently, I was eating too much. And I've kind of just tried to accelerate the program a little bit. I'm just doing 20-hour fasting days nowadays, and I just eat in a 4-hour window, and I'm doing fine. Wow. And the only thing I would like to talk about is ED. I know it's a soft tissue thing, but is my heart working right? I mean, blood doesn't flow right. I mean, it makes you
Well,
wonder.
well, actually, it could be nutritional deficiency, but I would go with posture.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I would go
I'm
with
working
posture.
on that. I no longer have forward head, and I'm done with the duck foot thing, but I think I still got some anterior pelvic tilt that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, get in those PAT classes and just
Yeah.
keep doing your thing.
I do it just about every day. I do it. So, I do deal with some sciatic nerve too. It pops up every so often.
That'll go away. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, it comes and it goes lately, so it's not a big deal. If I have to, I'll take a couple of ibuprofen, but nothing more than that.
You just keep practicing this head to toe healing thing, and you just let the body do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm looking forward to sending you some stuff come February, so you can have another addition to your testimonials.
Awesome.
Very
All
cool,
right,
man.
guys.
Thank
Great
you.
speaking.
Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate that.
Bye-bye.
That's what I like to hear. Any more?
Vicky has a question. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Vicky's saying, in my analysis, we're stumped with my right knee.
Yeah.
I've been doing PAT continuing ever since you told me. So should I keep up the PAT exercises?
Of course. Of course.
This is for life.
PAT it's for life. This is your sentence.
Practice daily. Daily practice.
Yeah.
P4L.
Like breathing.
I see Priscilla was asking, well, she's speaking of walking. I'm out walking as we speak. Is it better to walk in the grass or street or the sidewalk?
Well, I mean, if you're barefoot, I suppose it doesn't matter. But there's something special about walking on grass,
Barefoot?
It's very special.
Mm-hmm.
It's very special, walking on grass barefoot. Yeah.
And
there's one last question from Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any bread taco shells not pour for?
Taco shells? So. I'm sure there are. Yeah. I'm sure there are. It's probably
they're fried, aren't they? The shells are fried in oil usually, so I would say.
Well, you'd have to find oil free. You'd have to find beef tallow taco shells or something.
I don't think they exist.
You're probably just gonna have to make it yourself.
Yeah. That's true.
Should taste pretty good. And that's all the questions that we have right now.
All right. Does anyone have a victory that they would like to share?
Yes, I do.
You do. Who do we have?
Shanna.
This is Shanna.
Hi. I like your hat.
Well, thanks. So Sean, I kind of started out with a really bad, the tear in my shoulder and the carpal tunnel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in the posture, I did the analysis and we talked about that a little bit. But I've been doing posture therapy for like 3 months now. And finally, like the last 3 classes I've done, I don't throb in pain every single time. So I just keep doing the carpal tunnel shoulder stuff and everything. And it's just been so much better.
Progress.
All the time, yes. So.
Wow.
Anyway.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for you to come on in a few more months and say it's all gone.
I know, exactly.
Now
pretty much.
Make sure you get, make sure you come to the nutrition classes and.
Oh yes, I've been eat Brian's classes.
And start.
They're so good.
Come into the 120 and start talking to little you and see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. Because I need that. So,
Quick
Okay.
question, Shanna. Do you do
yeah,
exercises outside of posture alignment therapy class?
I do.
Okay,
So,
cool.
what do you mean by do I work out?
Well, just mainly, do
Like,
you do any of the exercises, the PAT exercises, in like during work or while you're walking or at the store or sitting down?
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes, absolutely.
that's awesome.
I'm constantly thinking about it, constantly. So, yeah.
It's great. Well, I'm happy and I'm
Yeah, me
excited
too.
for the results for you moving forward.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Stick
No,
to
thank
it.
you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyone else before we leave?
Yes, Dr. Reese, this is Shafiq here
I
from.
remember you.
Shafiq.
I remember you coming to.
Of course, you can remember me. I think I'm the only Bronxian guy in your classroom, you know? I'm the only Bronxian guy here, right? Am I? Anyway, Dr. Reese, ever since I started to follow you, I told you I was following you, and I used to try to like just pass you up. I listened to you, but then you just keep popping up again and again and again, and then I eventually met you at the event you had in Connecticut, and ever since I joined the program, a lot of changes. I don't know, for all the years, when I join your program, I start gradually, but a lot of improvements. I've lost about 14 pounds just naturally doing the pot class and using the 90 essentials and coming on as much as possible to, these events that you have. And, it's really changed my life. When I walk, I feel a little bit lighter. I feel taller. I got more confidence, and you have an incredible guy working with you there, Sean, and Sue as well, and all of you other guys here. But some of them I'm very close to, and I'm so glad that you have these live events where I can see you, talk to you, and you're hearing me like right here. Put all of that together, it's changed my life, and I'm hoping to bring that weight down and, change all the issues that I'm dealing with in my life. I'm going to be 50 very soon. Next month, I'm going to be 50 years old. So
Wow.
just came in the right time and meet you, and things are working out very, very nice for me, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Wow.
sharing. Yeah, you're on your way. I
Wow.
remember meeting you. It was almost exactly a year ago
Yes.
because it was January 20th
Yeah.
last year.
Wow.
And yeah, man.
I told you, you're my celebrity, bro. Um, I don't see any doctors anymore. I throw all those medications away, and I'm just eating right. I eat a lot of eggs, as you recommended. I use the grass-fed butter, and a lot of changes. Thanks, man.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. You're going to
Yes.
have even more in however many months, Yeah. And hopefully I'll see you at the seminar June 7th.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That's the next
This
time.
time,
It's
this
the
time
next
not
time.
drive.
It's
I'm
next.
taking a plane. I'm not
next-
driving.
I don't blame you.
It's the next time I come out to play. Once a year. Thank you.
I got something.
Okay.
What up?
What up?
What do you
What
got? What do you got, Smith?
Listen here. I appreciate you, Dr. Reese. I have to call you that now on the professional level because I know you outside of doctor. I appreciate all that you have put in place for us. It is a big deal. It is way more than the postural, the nutrition, and all that stuff like that. Because when we have postural therapy class, the same people are on there, and we've become all over the world. That's a big deal. Some of us have never been out of the United States, and we have friends in Australia and South Africa and Spain and everything else, and we talk to each other every week. 3 times a week, now 4, if you can make the 4th one. We talk to each other every week, like we are, just friends talking on the phone. And that is a big deal because it's not only that you are helping people with getting head to toe healing, you're also helping those people that may not be able to be in contact with other people outside of their house. And they're talking to people from across the pond. That's huge, dude. That's huge. It's more than the head to toe healing. You're also helping people socialize where they may not be able to completely right now. And I appreciate you. Sean, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, although I son you all the time, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Coach Cameron. We go back and everything. Coach Karen, your words are inspirational. And the thing about it is, from Sean being the youngest on postural therapy class to the oldest person being in postural therapy class, we all come together and have a good time. Correct, Sean?
That's correct.
This is the thing. You're doing something right, Dr. Reese. I have to keep reminding myself to say that. But you're doing something bigger than head to toe healing. You're helping people. Your diversity, equity, and inclusion is people. And that's more than anything. That's priceless. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you.
You're welcome, homie.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a good point. I mean, this is worldwide.
Yeah.
And so many people sneak into the DMs or the comments and say, "Where are you located?"
We're worldwide.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where we're located. And, like I wrote in the Red Book, I only come out to play once a year. So it's just at the annual seminar. But other than that, we're worldwide. This is virtual. We have the technology to make this happen. And so, it's going to be really interesting to see where this is at next year. And the year after that. And the year after that.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be like 11 books. There's the yellow book, the blue book, the red book, and the purple book is being written right now, and then the green book, and
Take my hand.
and then the Take My Hand, and I'll put out the memoir last.
Wow.
Like go to a martial arts class, and you get a black book too.
I'll work on it.
Really quick, a comment from Denise. She says, "For the duration of the time of this meeting, I've been shoveling snow. That is a victory for me. I can credit all of it to mindfulness, PAT, and nutrition. No sciatic pain, which has been radiating from left hip after vacuuming and mopping. I used to have pain in both hips and low back pain. Now with snow shoveling, I haven't done this since I'm from Vegas, but I'm in Indiana in the snow, and I'm guessing she's saying that she doesn't have pain doing this, so she can attribute that to the whole head to toe healing program, which is great. Great to hear. Good stuff, Denise. Keep
Awesome.
on shoveling.
Awesome. And so thank you all so much for being here. Tuesdays seem to be growing.
Absolutely.
And just be ready next Tuesday. If you have a victory or something that you want to share, be ready next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. We're going to really open up this member room to let everyone be heard. And if you have any questions for me or Sean or Ryan or Karen, we're here. And
really quick, I wanted to end with this, but no victory is too small. This is the one way we can truly reach out to people, especially people outside of the membership. And you sharing your story could inspire someone and change someone's entire life just by saying, oh, maybe I should do head to toe healing. That little story that you had, that little victory that you think it's just the smallest thing, nobody would care. It's completely fine. And I implore you to share it, because it could affect somebody else, or even somebody on the program that's just kind of down about the results they've been getting. I'm sure if they had a similar case to yours, that they would love to hear that you're having success. So no victory is too small, and please feel free to share. You don't have to always show your face. You can have a camera. We just want to hear your progress, because this is the one place we can also keep track of your progress, aside from the other posture, from the other live classes. So please feel free to share.
Sean, you're absolutely right. A lot of people have these so-called minor things, like, they don't have diabetes, they don't have arthritis, but they have chronic headaches, or they're 20 pounds overweight, or something, a bunion, something that might be considered small, yet it absolutely affects your quality of life. And some of those things, like headaches and stomach aches, they can ruin your quality of life. But a lot of us are just taught to, just put that Band-Aid on, take that aspirin, take that Tums, take that Pepto-Bismol, right? And they might think that this program is all about, the big things, whereas it's the little things. First of all, the little things add up and they tend to get worse and tend to lead to bigger things. But, those little things can absolutely make the difference. Even if you just got a bunch of little things, you would absolutely qualify for the program. Anyone qualifies for the program, but you might fix those little things and realize that your life is a heck of a lot better because of it.
Well said. On that note, Dr. Reese, do you have any last closing notes?
No. I'm good.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode of Dr. Reese Live. We'll see you guys next time.